our belief is not based in a language, because the language is just a way to communicate, not to conquer. In the Arab, who now they are using the Arabic language as identity, not as an ethnic, and then later they became it an ethnic, make it an ethnic. So the Muslim, when they go to a country, they force their language, like your people never spoke Arabic. Until Abdul Malik ibn Marwan, nobody spoke Arabic in all that area, in Syria and Jordan and Israel. Nobody spoke. Nobody knows Arabic.
Oh, I
Zero.
know that.
Huh?
I know that.
Yeah. So he is the one who forced to change all languages from the Aramaic into Arabic. All right.
Who did that? Umar
Abdul
Khattab?
Malik ibn Marwan, the Caliphate. Abdul Malik ibn Marwan.
He forced all languages to be, everything to be printed in Arabic?
Yeah. Yeah.
When was this?
You can search. It's called Ta'rib al-Dawawin. Ta'rib al-Dawawin.
Okay. No, I'll take your word for it. I mean, it's
No,
not surprising.
I don't say things unless it is, yeah. So he forced all countries occupied by them, by Bani Umayyah, to speak Arabic and Arabic only, and all government departments, which he don't have department really, but they try to copy the other nations who they occupy them. They have departments, so they hijack them. And this is Abdul Malik ibn Marwan. I think it was like in the 86, 88, maybe maybe in the 80 years after Muhammad Hijrah. Yeah.
Okay.
And he is the one, I think he is the one who built what is called Al-Aqsa. He took the stones from the temple of Baal in Baalbek in Lebanon, and he moved it all the way to build the Aqsa Mosque. There was no Aqsa.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll read about it.
Yeah. Anyway, so Jihad, what do you think about learning all of this about Islam? How you think of Muhammad now?
Well, I'm just studying things. I mean, I know that, there's a lot of evidence about Jesus being able to do miracles, and even a lot of his enemies said that he was able to do miracles, and there was historical reports from his time. A lot of it, there were some strong cases for it, even by the people who are not exactly Christians.
Yeah, actually, even the Jews, if you go to the Talmud, which is Antichrist's book.
And I'm not denying that. And I'm not denying that he was born to a virgin, which is why I was on the train of thought for a while that, that Allah is number one, Jesus is number two as Messiah, and then you have prophets. And, I was still willing to accept Muhammad as the last prophet who came to Arabs to tell them, and the prophets are number three. They're just people who come to their people to tell them about God. So I was still willing to accept that, but people keep trying to refute me from the Christian side on that one.
Yeah, Muhammad cannot be a prophet because number one, to be a prophet you have to prophesy, and all prophecies of Muhammad become false. As an example, Muhammad, he said, you attack the Roman and you will conquer Constantinople. He was speaking to the Arab. He said to them, stay away from the Turk as long as the Turkish, they left you alone. And Muhammad considered the Turk as Gog and Magog. But as we know, the one who conquered Constantinople was not the Arab, was a Turkish. Muhammad, as an example, he made tons of false prophecies about hour, like the moon splitting, a prophecy about how the baby is made, how hail is coming from the sky, from mountains in heaven. This is something we do not know. Muhammad, he came with it, claiming science. Muhammad, he make the sperm become a clot, and then the clot became a lump, and lump became a bone. So Muhammad, he made tons of false statements. All of them, they are funny and stupid. So
What does the Bible say about those things?
you see, actually, if you think about it, you will see that Muhammad, he always copy. I will give you an example. Let me see first if we have any Abdul waiting, so we can
Go
have to.
ahead if you need another, if you need a a true Abdul, go ahead.
No, it's okay. So anyway, Muhammad, as an example, he always copy. Uh, he always copy from the Bible, you know, and he tried to make things, and things doesn't work for him. So if we go to Ezekiel as an example, let me see. I'm typing in Arabic.
And by the way, the Shia scholars do say that they say the Quran has different mushafs, but and a lot of them say it's changed. And then hadiths now are people are rejecting them. So it's almost like, well, what are we going to accept at this point?
Well, for me, I don't look for different Quran. Whatever we have is funny, is stupid, and we
That's what
laugh,
I'm saying.
and we laugh
They
at it.
say this is what you yeah, I mean, and that's what a lot of those Shia scholars say. They say this is what we have between our hands today, and it's what we go by. They blame Abu Bakr and Umar al-Khattab and all these people for not preserving the Quran.
Yeah,
And you had, and so, but at the end of the day, okay, that's a way to make an excuse, but it's like, what, at the end of the day, what do you trust? That's the question for yourself as an individual. What do you trust? What that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Do you
Well,
trust Ja'far as-Sadiq? Do you trust you know the imams? Do you trust the books that are written by various scholars? It's complicated.
for me, I advise you. It doesn't matter which one they like, because you speak to individual, right? Every individual of them, he have his own trustworthy, let us say. So the Shia, he trusts certain books, certain names. Argue with them about them, because it doesn't matter who they trust. It's stupid what they trust. So each one of them, he trusts something, no problem. But no matter what they trust, it's stupid. No problem. I mean, it doesn't matter really for me if somebody he is a Shia or a Sunni or half Sunni or whatever. And you will find that Muslims always, in order to escape Muhammad's stupidity, they try to avoid the hadith. Like, those are the smart ones, supposedly. You know. So suddenly they will say, "I don't accept the hadith." But the second you ask him, "Okay, who is Muhammad?" he can't answer. If you don't accept the hadith, there is no answer for who is Muhammad. Correct?
Exactly. and
Who is his
and
wife?
about the prayers, it's not
There's
really
nothing. I mean, without hadith, there's no Islam actually. There's no Muhammad. There's no Islam. There's nothing. Who is Muhammad? Where is born? What? Which tribe? Which country? Because even if you say Mecca, the Quran says once Mecca, once says Becca, and Becca is not. It cannot be Mecca. If you go in the Quran, you will see this, and this is why most likely Mecca is, like, let's say, a counterfeit for other city. If you go in the Quran here, I don't know if you can read with me, in chapter 3, verse number 96, it says, "Be Becca." Be means in. Becca is the name of the city, but
Let me see.
Becca is not the same as Mecca.
Okay, let me see that. Okay, so you have I'm trying to find it on the screen. The first house of worship
Yeah,
that was at
yeah,
Becca.
Becca.
They put that in English. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. In Arabic and English, here we go. Even in English, it says Becca, at Becca. Okay, what Becca? What is Becca?
Becca. Yeah, I can read it. I can read
Yeah.
it.
Where is Becca? Where we can find Becca? Is it Mecca or Becca? Becca and Mecca are not cities in
But
the
no, it's
location they are
not.
talking about. I believe that
Yeah.
Mecca is a counterfeit of other city. You know, it's like making new Las Vegas.
Yeah. That Becca. Okay. All right. Well, I'll keep studying, my friend.
All right. Well, good to have you, Jihad, and let us hear you from time to time. And try to invite some sheikhs to call me, and you can watch and listen and enjoy it.
I will. I can. I don't know any personally, but
Maybe you call them in the
I can
mosque.
start.
Maybe you call them in the mosque. Tell them, hey guys, can somebody volunteer to debate this guy? He is making out of Muslims leave Islam. I'm
I
one of.
can. One time I told somebody to do that, but what if they only want to do Arabic? Do you accept that?
No problem. We will translate. We will speak Arabic and English in the same time. I mean, why he want to do only Arabic? He can bring a translator with him, no problem.
Because what if they don't even know English?
Oh,
One
no problem.
time,
Even Arabic, I will take him, no problem.
one time I contacted a sheikh from Jordan. I told him to get you busted, and he said anytime, any place, he's ready to do it. But
Okay.
and then he never he said send me something about this guy. I sent him a video. He never contacted back again.
Exactly. Anytime, any place. That's what they do when they see what they are going to face. They flee. Yeah, before, yeah, sure, anytime, sure. You send him the video about me. Now he learned what he was going to face, so he knew himself he's no match.
Oh, and the last thing then. Okay, so and then another thing, I asked the sheikh, and I called him on the phone in Jordan about this a while back,
Yeah,
about the whole man dun Allahi wal Masih,
yeah.
and he told me that he's like مثلا في اللغة الإنجليزي عندك plus و minus,
Hmm.
like you have plus and minus.
Hmm.
And so I didn't really understand that completely, but basically what I've heard is it goes back.
How it goes back,
Like
my friend? Arabic. No.
it goes back.
Yeah. I know.
يعني they say
I know what they say.
تمسيح goes back.
Yeah, I know what
Like
they say.
تقديم and تأخير.
Yeah, they are trying. They
Basically.
are trying to fix the
What is
stupidity.
that? What is that? What is
There is
that?
no.
تقديم and تأخير.
No,
What is that rule?
there is my friend. The Arabic is so clear, and isn't it the Muslim? They say the Quran is so powerful. What taqdeem and ta'khir? So it's worshiping
But
except instead of Allah and the Messiah, instead of Allah and Messiah. So if it and suddenly like he said that the Christian and the Jews they took their monks and their rabbis as God, right? It doesn't say they took their monks and rabbis and Jesus, you know. So you cannot jump it later and it says, oh, and Jesus. No, it says instead of Allah and the Messiah. Very clear.
I seen that.
Same time, by the way, this verse alone is proving that Muhammad is a fraud. Why? Because number one, if you ask the Muslims how the Christians and the Jews they took their rabbis and their monks as gods, they say by obeying them. Wonderful. You have to obey only God. Wonderful. So what the Muslims they do? They obey Muhammad. Correct?
That's what I've seen.
Yeah.
That's
Not
what
only
I've
that,
seen.
the Quran says do mut'a. Muhammad says don't do mut'a. Which one the Muslim they take? Muhammad. So if we are worshipping our
Not even Muhammad. I worked with a guy, and he told me himself, he was an Arab guy. He said it wasn't even Muhammad who forbade it. This is a Muslim. He's a Muslim. He was a Sunni
exactly.
Muslim. He said,
Uthman and
and
Umar
I said, is that permitted? Not even a prophet? He said, this I can't do kayfiyah. I can't speak on matters that we don't know.
Right. And there's a qiyas and etc. And then there's ijtihad, and your name is jihad. So so everybody became a prophet. But this is Islam, then they are kuffar because they are the one who took their monks and their rabbis as God. And not only that, just to show you the stupid things before you go. The Quran says that being a monk is a fabrication. It is not from God. You know? Is that correct?
A monk is a fabrication?
Yeah, it's a bid'ah. Chapter 57, verse number 27. To be a monk, you know, to be a monk is a fabrication, which means God never ordered them to do that, to devote themselves to God.
I thought the monks they don't have any wives. They just pray all day long.
No problem. But the Quran says that the being monks is a fabrication the Christian came with. It's not from God.
Oh, to worship them.
No. To be a monk or to be a nun or Christian nun or Christian monk, to be a person who is a monk or to be a Christian nun is not from Allah. Are you getting my point?
Oh, the Islamic position claims this.
Yeah. So
okay.
It says here that the one who came with this is a fabrication invented. Okay, those who they decide to become monks, they are fabricating things. They invented that by themselves. But then we find that the same Quran saying between them there is monks who they are wonderful. So it's a fabrication. How it is fabrication from shaitan, but they are wonderful. In the same time, you will see that Mary, she was a Christian nun according to the Quran. You know that?
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
They're saying that the Virgin Mary was a nun. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, but the Quran, you know, it says, let us see.
Do you accept to debate Shia scholars?
No problem. We take all kind of snack. Yeah, we take all kind of Shia, not Shia, no problem. We take, if you go in the Quran, you will see it says here, let's see here where we go to Mary, story of Mary. Okay, hold on. We don't want to give them a headache flipping the screen. Okay. If we go here.
What verse is it?
Just give me a second. There we go. If you go in the Quran, chapter 3, verse number 35.
Okay, let me get it.
It says that the mother of Mary, she devoted her daughter to be in the service of Allah only. That's why she is a virgin.
To be in the service of Allah. Oh.
Yeah, chapter 3, verse number 35. So in one hand, the stupid Muhammad, he says that being a monk is a fabrication invented by the Christians. In the same book, chapter 3, verse number 35, it says that even before Christ was born, before even his mother was born, the mother of Mary, she devoted Mary to God. And then Mary, because she is devoted to God, she been in isolation in the temple, which is not right, because the Jews don't allow women to be in the temple. So I dictate her for your service, whatever in my womb. Dictate to your service. Do you see it?
Yes,
yeah.
I see it.
All right. And then because she is dictated to the service of God, what happened? Now she is in the mihrab, in the synagogue, not living with people, in the monastery. This is what the Quran is saying, the stupid Quran. chapter 3, verse number 37.
Remember when the wife of Imran said, "Oh my Lord, I have vowed to you what is in my womb, and then this is the birth of Mary.
Yeah.
So accept this from me."
Yeah.
Okay, and then it says that she became a nun, and then it spoke bad
So
about
how being a nun and a monk is an invention in the same book, and now Mary, she is a Christian nun devoted for God's service, and she is a virgin. That's why the Quran never spoke of Mary being married.
Right, I mean, and so and what I was saying earlier with Allah being number one, the Messiah being number two, and the prophets, another part of what I was starting to come into is we're not going to have any true books until the Messiah comes down and brings the books. And the real scrolls that we have, everything is with Allah. And we're not going to know, and basically I was just coming with right now, it's just about praying, it's just about fasting, it's just about building up deeds and waiting.
No,
This is what I was coming to.
Islam is just a pagan ritual with no spiritual. There's no spirituality. That's why a huge number of Muslims, they run into Sufism, trying to find the spirituality, and Sufis are not really Muslims.
I guess.
Anyway, Jihad, good to have you, my friend, and I will be happy to hear from your sheikh soon.
Okay, I'll try to contact them. Thank you. Good night.
Bye-bye.